Niels Bohr by Nicole Bauckham. Niels Henrik David Bohr, born October 7, 1885, died November 18, 1962, born in Copenhagen, Denmark. Bohr's family. Bohr's model of the atom. Niels Bohr speculated that electrons orbit about the nucleus in fixed energy levels. Electrons are found only in specific energy levels and nowhere else. The electron energy levels are quantized. Bohr is the son of Christian Bohr, professor of zoology at Copenhagen University, and his wife Eleni Adler. Niels, together with his younger brother Harold, the future professor in mathematics, grew up in an atmosphere most favorable to the development of his genius. His father was an eminent zoologist and was largely responsible for awakening his interest in physics while still at school. His mother came from a family distinguished in the field of education. Niels Bohr was one of the foremost scientists of modern physics, best known for his substantial contributions to quantum theory and his Nobel Prize-winning research on the structure of atoms. While a student, Bohr won a contest put on by the Academy of Sciences in Copenhagen for his investigation into the measurements of liquid surface tension using oscillating fluid jets. Working in the laboratory of his father, Bohr conducted several experiments and even made his own glass test tubes. Bohr went above the current theory of liquid surface tension by taking into account the viscosity of the water as well as incorporating finite amplitudes rather than infinitesimal ones. He submitted his essay at the last minute, winning first place and a gold medal, improving upon these ideas and sent them to the Royal Society in London, who published them in the journal Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society in 1908. In 1912, Bohr was working for the Nobel laureate J.J. Thomson in England when he was introduced to Ernest Rutherford, whose discovery of the nucleus and development of an atomic model had earned him a Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908. Under Rutherford's tutelage, Bohr began studying in the properties of atoms. Bohr held a lectureship in physics at Copenhagen University from 1913 to 1914 and went on to hold a similar position at Victoria University and in Manchester from 1914 to 1916. He went back to Copenhagen University in 1916 to become a professor of theoretical physics. In 1920, he was appointed to the head of the Institute for Theoretical Physics, combining Rutherford's description of the nucleus and Planck's theory about quanta. Bohr explained what happens inside an atom and developed a picture of atomic structure. This work earned him a Nobel Prize of his own in 1922. When the Nazis invaded Denmark in World War II, Bohr managed to escape to Sweden. He spent the last 2 years of the war in England and the United States, where he got involved with the Atomic Energy Project. He dedicated his work towards the peaceful use of atomic physics and towards solving political problems arising from the development of atomic weapons of destruction. He believed that nations should be completely open with another and wrote down these reviews in his open letter to United Nations in 1950. In the same year that he began his studies with Rutherford, Bohr married the love of his life, Margaret Norland, with whom he had 6 sons. Later in life, he became president of the Royal Danish Academy of Sciences, as well as a member of scientific academics all over the world. Niels Bohr visited Japan in 1937 in response to the request from Japanese physicist Yoshio Nishina, who was a Bohr's research collaborator in Copenhagen. The footage shows some scenes when Bohr visited Tohoku University in Sendai on May 3rd in 1937. Interesting facts on Bohr is he had 6 kids. One of his sons won the Nobel Prize like he did. During World War II, Bohr offered shelter for Jewish scientists to live and work. After winning the Nobel Prize, Niels Bohr was given a house with free beer. Everything we call real is made of things that cannot be regarded as real. Quote said by Niels Bohr.